Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good night. I don't know. Whatever time you're watching this. Today is day 53 of the Shiny Living Dex. And we're still only on Bulbasaur. Why did I decide to do this? I don't know. But we're currently sitting at 10,750 resets for Bulbasaur, as well as the dual hunt opportunity of Articuno, sitting at 760. It's very strange that everyone this week has been saying Bulbasaur, good luck getting it. Kat sent me a photo of a Bulbasaur, like a very pretty one, like sitting in like the Sakura blossoms, like falling all around it. Very pretty. It seems that everybody is feeling something about getting a Bulbasaur that I'm not feeling. Everybody's very optimistic about me getting a Bulbasaur that I'm just, at this point, I'm just resigned. Like, it's like, I don't care if I get it at this point, right? But like, Kat sent me the Sakura Blossom Bulbasaur. I have a, like a Sakura tree blossom, like, desk pad, or whatever it's called, the one that houses your keyboard and your mouse. But everyone seems to feel something about that. Hi Whiskers, Char. All right, you're doing 5 sips, Sal, to check yourself. Sure, I'll do that for you in just a moment. Yes. Hello Whiskers. Hello Sal. Hello everybody here on Twitch. And hello YouTube. It has been a long week, a very long week. So this is going to be a great time for me to just sit down and finally relax. It's been such a long week. Like, it just felt so long. 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. 4 days. What? 4 days. I streamed 3 of them. How can it be 5? 4 days between streams never felt so long. But yeah, hello. How is everyone? I've rambled quite a lot at the beginning of this. I'm not gonna dilly-dally too much longer. I just need to start the prediction. But how is everyone today? Is everyone feeling good, having a good time? You know? Hold on a sec. What is happening? For some reason, the chat prediction thing's being very weird. Oh, I see. Okay, we're not gonna do 30 minutes this time. We'll do it for 10 minutes. And there you go. There's your prediction. Ooh boy. All right. Let's go and get started towards our first check. We're following Fire Red audio, in case you couldn't hear the Charizard that was playing in the background. But Sal, get your 4 sips, or 5. I don't know how to count. Is it 5? It is 5. Yeah, your 5 sips out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, got a little bubble up there at the end. But yeah. Alright. So, unlike last time where I was having some problems with the counter, it should be working now. Yeah, so there's that. And there we go. I don't need to have the games focused anymore. So I definitely think it was something about the stream elements live thing that I was going after. All right, first check of the day for Bulbasaur. And here we go. After the Red Knob Starfish. All right, okay. All right. First check of the day. Not feeling very much, but hey, you know, everyone else is feeling it, like I said, but me. But I mean, I didn't feel whenever the Charmander or the Snorlax was going to come around. I kind of felt the Squirtle a little bit. I definitely didn't feel the Charmander or the Snorlax. So maybe today's a little bit different with the Bulbasaur. Maybe it's just I'm not feeling it because today is today, but I don't know. Yeah, it's been such a long week. Like, I found out that I'm going to be going back to the previous schedule they used to have for work, where I would work 3 days then 4 days, and so I'm gonna go back to getting like 8 hours of overtime on every paycheck again. That's gonna be fun. nothing will change with stream, thankfully. Like the day that I have to, that will be the 4. Every other week is on a Tuesday, so won't really interfere with any kind of streams or anything like that. But during the, I believe, summertime, whenever Kat is, whenever she starts then also working on Tuesdays, the stream schedule for that time, where I usually then can stream on Tuesdays, will probably be every other week, depending on how long it takes for my work to get a third person again. But like, so I found out that we're gonna be going back to that. I had to add new brakes and rotors to my car, which that was a blast. You know, like sometimes that like people are like, yeah, it takes like an hour and a half maybe to fix your brakes and your rotors or like replace them. Well, I decided that after getting off of my Thursday night shift, Friday morning, that me and one of my coworkers, who is an ex-mechanic, obviously because he's now working there, he said he'd help me put it on. This hour and a half like expedition into my brakes and rotors turned into a 4.5 hour endeavor. Like, how do I explain that? I got a workout changing my brakes and rotors. Like, I was doing a bunch of squats. Like my calves hurt from all the squatting. My back, like the back shoulder, like shoulder blade ish area. I can't remember what the actual area for the like the muscles are called. Is like sore from having to constantly lift and like constantly lifting things and putting them back down. Like the amount of like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know exactly which muscle group handles like whenever you're using a jack to like undo things. Like whatever the muscles are for that, because like pushing and pulling and stuff like that, gotta work out there. So if you ever want a quick workout, and by quick I mean absolutely painful, just change your brakes and rotors on your own. Though I would not recommend at all. It's a the 0 out of 10 would not like to do again kind of thing. You did a thing that I will not be happy about. Do not, I'm gonna keep in the silence for this for you, Whiskers. Do not tell me that you got a shiny Bulbasaur. I will lose my mind. Hello, Catbox. How are you? Can you duck off? What do you mean? What do you mean? Ah, there's so much going on. Thank you for following. That means a lot, thank you. Sorry, I'm kind of like rambling at the start of this because I don't know what to talk about. But yeah, what do you mean, can you duck off? Like, what does that mean? Maybe I am just not understanding what you mean. I was actually watching a YouTube video recently of the game Dude Stop, and there's like a little operation called Duck, where essentially it's supposed to be like an anti-bad you're supposed to like doing like little solutions, and there's a good and a bad solution, and it's supposed to prevent you from doing bad solutions, and it doesn't do that. Seacat Box is an interesting name though. Am I okay with a clip link in chat? I believe so. Go ahead and try. If anything happens, Whiskers, I'll just undo it. But I believe you can. Oh, I didn't get the top Bulbasaur. Oh, what clip is this? Hold on, what clip is this? I genuinely do not know. I'm about to hear myself, which I hate, but oh well. Wow. Of all the times you clip me, all the times you're here, and that's the one you choose? I I don't know what duck is supposed to be. Ishimi duck? Well, you know, I heard it. I really need to learn how to be careful with some of the things I say, because Pokemon names are funny. There's more about me than anything else. I feel like I'm trying to like decipher a code of how the same message can be interpreted different ways. I, you, we, they. We're playing the noun game. Or, yeah, just noun. I, you, he, she, it, they. It, IT. You having fun? So, Catbox, aside from changing how the one noun is, what brings you along here? Let's see here. Oh, now I have a message from Cat. I'm like getting like divided attention now, which is wild. Whoop. No nickname. Catbox, please. Have a conversation with me. Don't just say the same thing. All right, you know what? That's clever. That's clever using Morse code. The only problem is I don't know it. All I know is that it's 5 letters. Based on the spacing that you have in them. Has there already been 20 resets? Have I just been rambling that badly? But also along with taking 4.5 hours to change my car's brakes and rotors. You know how hard it is to run around the entirety of Legends Arceus, trying to find every single Pokemon, and not know it without looking it up? You know how hard I want to look up where all the wisps are for Spiritomb? The amount of restraint I need as a gamer boy. Let's see here. I'm still thinking I'm gonna miss an Articuno though whenever it shows up if I'm not looking carefully. How subtle it is. Also, from having split attention, Cat knows I stream because she keeps messaging me, which is completely fine. Always message your significant others. It's fun. Having split attention between 4 screens chat, Cat messaging me. It feels like, oh, it feels like one of those games where, like it intentionally divides, like your attention, so that we had to do like 4 different things where it's like balance the grape on a teeter-totter board while using L and R to like make sure it stays balanced. And like every so often you gotta hit A or X to keep a bomb from like blowing up at the bottom of the screen. Once it gets to like within like a certain like parameter. It feels like that. Like I'm trying to like play a game that like where everything is like trying to vie for attention. I gotta figure out what is the priority. Granted, it should be the stream, but I'm also an idiot. Sal, can you go ahead and do a raffle for just normal 5K? See here. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead and do exclamation join it for enter the raffle. Without the space, preferably. I love knowing that you're on, like, mobile, because that happens every time. Without fail. You're either doing join or you're doing the raffle, and a random space just appears. Who's actually in the lead right now? I don't even know. Because due to the fact that I missed, like, what, 2 weeks of January, we're already near the end of the month. And right now, Soren's the one in the lead. Whiskers being 60,000 behind? But yeah, so based on what I'm looking at here, today and Monday are the only, Today and Monday are the only, days I'll be having Pokemon before we end it. So, apparently, I guess, so the 27th, I'm trying to find my words. The 27th here is what the last day for getting the red orbs is. And so just as a reminder, if you are at the top of the leaderboard, whenever at the end of the 27th, you're going to get to name any Pokemon you want that doesn't already have a name here in the Shiny Living Dex. At least streaming on Monday for Pokemon will at least make up for one of the missed days that I had. There's no shinies. Congrats on winning the raffle there. Catbox, what's with the duck stuff? For not having a name like Catbox, I'm surprised that your favorite... I'm getting conflicting information here on what your favorite animal might be. Unless your name's like a play on like beatboxing. But instead of a beat, it's a cat. And that's why I keep saying duck. So for all those who may be who are new to the whole shenanza with the red orbs, essentially every 25 resets or total, or not resets, every total 25 checks, we do a raffle. Every 100 total resets that are on that reset counter down there is a 10K, and anytime we hit a next 1,000, we do 20. I'm thinking every 250 we'll do a 15, since that like strikes a nice bounce around all of it. In the next 10 resets, I'm gonna get a shiny Dokemon. Dokemon, Jesus. You hope. I'm hoping so too. I want this Bulbasaur to be done. But it seems that no matter what I do, this Bulbasaur just wants to stay without a reach. Just out of reach. It's like the next frame or something like that. They'd be like, it's shiny, but it's not. Sadly, the frame checking for shinies doesn't happen until Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, though. Because this game doesn't have a day-night cycle, so it doesn't check for frames. This is my understanding of why it feels both harder and why you can't RNG manipulate. Or, well, I guess you could RNG manipulate. But it's why you couldn't use something like Eon Timer and whatever the other app to figure out what the shiny frames is. I think Eon Timer would be a funny thing to add to this, just so you can see how long collectively I've been doing this. But then again, Eon Timer is also a countdown, isn't it? Is there a count up timer for? Wait, I have a speedrunning timer I could do, which actually does count up. It just splits every time I get a shiny. Alright, nothing. Yeah, I feel like today's gonna be one of those longer days as well, where I don't think it's gonna be a 2-hour like session. I think it's gonna be a little bit longer than that. I have a lot of hunts I need to get caught up on. And unlike what I think 2 weeks ago, where I was like super duper like I feel like I was passing out on stream. Here, fresh as a rosebud. So whenever we do end, it won't be because I'm tired, but well, it will be tired this Bulbasaur hunt actually. No Articuno. Oh, Bulbasaur doesn't have a name. Whenever I do get it. Oh well, actually, hold on. I don't need to check that. I can rename Pokemon. But also, if I was to like try to name the shiny Bulbasaur every single time, it would take so long on each reset. I'd also probably use like 8 Thunderbolts in that time. I mean, this kind of bad luck isn't anything new, Catbox. Like, not for me or anyone else. When the default odds are already super high on a, or sorry, super low on this generation of games, it's no surprise that, like, on my 4th shiny Pokemon hunt, I'm already above odds. And granted, the other 3 were under odds by quite a significant portion. So there kind of has to be, like, a give and take. I just didn't think it'd be in the 10,000s. And I thought it'd be a little bit later, you know, when I could be, like, roaming the grass. Not on soft resets. But sometimes it's just how odds are, man. And that's also why I have the little safety latch, or the safety plan for all the Safarimon. Doesn't Angel gotta be the lucky number? Getting it on an even number would be pretty interesting. I don't think we've had an even dropped Pokemon yet. If you do exclamation recent, it shows you the 3 most recent, like where the previous section is. It shows you those 3 and what number they dropped at. That's why I don't have the Bulbasaur. I don't know how I'm like getting so many like desyncs between those 2 games. I believe in it does. I think I saw that right. That an ad's about to hit. 9% of shiny hunters quit before getting a shiny Pokemon. Yeah, it's like gambling. I love encountering shiny Pokemon just when I'm playing through casually though, because I'm like, why couldn't you just appear somewhere else? I'm still actually hunting for Giratina offline on Japanese Platinum. On my phone, I actually have the resets for that. Let's see what that is right now. Let's see what that's sitting at. Also, Sal, if you want to hit a 10K raffle, that'd be much appreciated. Well, I'll try to look this up. So far, Giratina is at 2,000 resets offline. I've been kind of shirking on the responsibility of like hunting it. Every time I go to like hunt it, I just do like 50 or 100 checks. I don't like go real in depth with it. Hey, you still have a chance of Bulbasaur being the one. You just won't get the Articuno as it. How about female Bulbasaurs? Yep. Rip. Sometimes it be how the cookie is. And the cookie doth crumble quite quickly. But there is a 10K raffle for hitting the next threshold of 10,800. So, Catbox, what brings you around? How'd you find this little old place? Yeah, welcome, man. I'm hoping that I get to hear the shine. I'm gonna need that message repeated, but in a way I can understand. There you go, complete uncontested for the 10K. If you're feeling particularly lucky, whoops. If you're feeling particularly lucky with your points, you can always do exclamation gamble and a certain amount, and you can gamble the points. It's like a it's essentially you win or you lose. That's all there is to it. There's also a thing called slots where you do the same thing, exclamation slots. You can do an amount of points that you want to gamble, and it rolls 3 different emojis, and if they all line up, then you get points. There's also like little bonus things. Exactly, let's go gambling. Just like the funny meme. Oh, you know what? I just realized what I didn't do. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. All right. I didn't do my... I wanted to do it while I was at work, but I got caught up playing Liza P. and Sifu. Like over the week. I wanted to do the... There is, by the way, I will say, there is a cooldown, so you can't do it too quick. I think it's 10 seconds. It's 5 or 10 seconds. So whenever you do gamble, whatever, and then the message shows up from the bot, give it like 10 seconds and try it again. I think it's 10 seconds anyway. I didn't do my my 5 win streak in Pokemon TCG Pocket. And I wanted to do that while I was at work because it's a great downtime to do it. Well. Whoopsies. However, there is a nice thing. I do have a pack already available for TCG Pocket, but is that the one that has 30 seconds then for a timer? I'll check in a minute. I have 1 pack available now in TCG Pocket, and about an hour we'll have 2 more. I'm just gonna pull the Charizard pack, because that's what I still am missing a lot of cards from. Nothing in Articuno. Alright, so, in the Charizard pack for TCG Pocket, we got Machoke, Panita, Fearow, Eatmore, and just a normal Starmie. Nothing new. Nothing great. If you're feeling particularly risky, you can also do Gamble All, and it will gamble literally everything you have. A very strong, like, all or nothing move. But I wouldn't suggest doing that, because a lot of the people here do that, and they very quickly lose out on a lot of the points that they have. Just do points or ponder. It tells you what your place is when you do it. Nothing on Articuno. You love gambling, so does like 4 other people here. The person that this Raichu is named after, very big proponent of gambling all the time. In the Twitch safe way of the loyalty points. Are there any Wonder Picks I can do? Nothing in Articuno. Yeah, so you're in 16th. The exclamation top space points is for like the top 5 people, so you don't have to go to the leaderboard. Here we go. Nope. Where's my keyboard? Yeah, there's the fickleness of the gambling right there. You go try to do like a big gamble and it just fails. Sal in here a couple streams ago decided he wanted to like risk the biscuit. And he gambled in increments of 50,000 red orbs and lost, I think, 4 or 5 of them in a row. It was incredibly sad. Boy hours for him. Alright, close t-shirt pocket. Oh, whoop. Let me actually check what the cooldown on gamble is. I've been to stream Ellis in forever. That hit A on him, man. So, the only game that didn't go in was the game that has the audio. Alright. Let's get everyone squared back up. There we go. Alright, now they're the Articunos. I'm still trying to check the stream elements. Check commands. Oh, games on this side did. Oh, it's 30 seconds. Oh well. So it's 30 seconds how often you can gamble. I did it again. Of course I did. I hate this. Hold on. I wish that control up would stop moving the scenes. It does it every time and it upsets me every time it happens. Let's see here. Which one is not capturing? Oh, well. Can you hear the game? Hold on. All right, so it's capturing that properly. Let's see here. Oh, okay, there we go. Now all of them are going again. Now in a new orientation. I hate it. I'm just happy that one of each game is still the big ones. Nothing Articuno. Actually, it's easier to see like this. I don't know how to explain it. It's easier to see. You're never getting over 90,000? Not with that attitude. Don't worry, with how fast resets are in these games, like, a lot of raffles happen really quickly. You should have been here a couple weeks ago whenever I started playing Metroid Prime 3. The raffles for that game came so fast, so quickly, all the time. So I essentially made it every, My cat just ran in here. Hey, Willie, how you doing today? Bye, mystery. All right. My cat just ran in, looked at me, and ran away. He, like, never comes in here either. It's wild. Why am I panicking, Willie? Why am I panicking? I haven't got the Pokemon yet. Why am I panicking? How's the torture? Free me. Free me, please. Willie, this Bulbasaur is so hurtful. 90% of gamblers stop before winning big? Exactly, but... Are you willing to gamble what you have, everything you have, for a potential, not a guarantee, a potential of winning? This is what I asked for, though. But is it? But is it? Is it the Wazowski? I just want the shiny mons. Why is it gotta be so painful? You're gonna win? Do it. Manifest your victory. That was not manifesting a victory. But Willie, why didn't you stop me when I made these silly rules? I could be hunting in Scarlet and Violet. I need to do a raffle. I could be hunting in Scarlet and Violet and have like 20 shinies by now, but instead I decided, you know what, let's do this in Fire Red and Leaf Green. There's a raffle out now for hitting the 25 mark. Like, Charmander, Snorlax, and Squirtle, like, they appeared so quickly. So quickly! Why is the Bulbasaur being different? Exactly, pure torture? I don't know. I don't know. At what point do I equal Sandy Gas levels of resets? What is 1600 and what, 36? Eggs look like as resets. Well, that's screen capped forever. Congratulations, Catbox, you're on YouTube. Caught live in what am I, 1080? Caught live at 1080p. 60 frames, I think. It might only be 30 frames. You'll have these kinds of resets. I know, but I know. I was just hoping it would be a little later. You know, I wanted to get some of the grass Pokemon, you know, in both games, being able to hunt, like, say, like the Rattatas and Eradicates. But instead, I'm stuck in an office hunting a plant. I'm surprised I haven't reset over yet. I know Koki is lurking in the shadows waiting for me to reset over a shiny. So he can have it and throw it in my face every single time, like we do whenever make fun of Kai for missing the Sandygast and the... Was it the Sandygast or was it this? No, yeah, it was the Sandygast. He was Spirit Tomb egg hunting at that point. Just because he's blind. When upgrading my GPU? I don't know. Depends on how much money you give me. As I kinda can't do that right now. Having a 760 is hard. It is difficult. Wait a minute. What is that button? What is this? Huh? Oh, cool. I can just do that in my own chat. That's cool. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to upgrade it, but I mean the 760 is really all I need right now. Any like seriously demanding games I can probably just play on my Xbox, and then I already have the Elgato. Like look at the screen, like where's the shiny? It's there somewhere. It's like where's Wallet open for shiny? An AMD graphics card? I think that's what I have. I mean it's a what? It's a GeForce 760. TI or OEM or something like that. No, I have NVIDIA. What am I saying? AMD. I don't know graphics cards. I don't know. I mean, I'm already using a Ryzen, like, CPU. But I mean, they're all working pretty good together. Though I don't even know what I would do with a better graphics card other than just maybe editing my videos faster. Worse than Nintendo Switch Lite, which is like $190. Yeah, yeah. I could just take the graphics chip out of graphics chip. Just take the just use the Nintendo Switch Lite as my graphics card. How about that? I think I'd be better off with the 760. I don't know. I'll probably take small steps. I'll probably like go to like a 1060 or a 1080. And then just work my way up over time, depending on what I can find for a decent price. I think this GPU that I have right now is about $50, I think, but I got it free, so. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I like to use what I get. Though I am curious as to how difficult it'll be to take the computer apart to get just the GPU out to upgrade it. And if I'll have to do anything new for it. You know, Will, if you can hear me, the more that I go deeper and deeper into this resets for Bulbasaur, the more I am scared about his 30,000 prediction. Like, surely I will not go that far. I will not go, what, quad odds? Let's see here, A, 16... Well, 32 would hit quad odds. Well, what 32? 192 is 384. 384 is 768. So 32, 768, I believe, would be quad odds. But still, essentially quad odds. I'm scared that Kaya's right about me having to go, like, quad over odds. At that point, I'm just going to put, like, an automated resetting over on, like, a corner so I can hunt something else. Now I'm going to have 6 games on screen. Gau. Articuno is such a pretty bird. Pretty ice bird that, when flying around, leaves like little trails of snowflakes. I've always loved winter and the cold and ice and snow. That's probably the reason why. I mean, it's very easily why Articuno is my favorite of the 3 birds. Which is funny because like I'm team Instinct for Pokemon Go instead of Mystic. You're gonna buy a new 2DS XL Pokeball Edition. Why a 2DS though? Two DSs are just like a tiny 2-screen tablet. Came and fold them and put them in your pocket unless you're wearing something like what are those really big? The things that have like really big pockets, like Jinko shorts or something like that, with like the like astronomically large pockets. I think that's what they are. Oh. Yeah, isn't a 2DS the one that doesn't fold? Not, oh, do the new 2DSs fold? I never bothered to look into new 2DSs. The new 2DS XL folds. So why not just have it as a 3DS? I don't know. It seems kind of ridiculous to have. Nintendo's weird. Seems like an odd design choice, if that's the case. Whenever I was looking for my 3DS, I knew what I wanted, but Like I knew that I wanted a new 3DS XL. I just didn't know like which version I would get. So I was just like looking around trying to find the best one. And Cat's aunt was actually selling one, a Monster Hunter Generations one, the blue one, and it's so sick. It's just a new 3DS without the 3D and $40 cheaper. Ah, gotcha. I mean, I got this 3DS that's like I think over $250 on the market for like $100. So, and I can't even see 3D. Like, so I don't know what the point of me getting a 3DS is. I think I just wanted whatever had the best hardware in it, because I intended to use it for like homebrew stuff. So it needs to have a better system to support things like running emulation for like original DS games, and like I think NES games. There was like one type of emulation on the DS that got like removed. It was either SNES or maybe it was Game Boy Advance. I don't remember. Some games don't have 3D like Minecraft. I know, but like I have like the games that do support 3D for the 3D nature of the 3DS, I can't even see anyway. I mean, Minecraft is somewhat becoming like Doom, where it's just on everything. Obviously, Doom is really the end-all be-all of, hey, I could play Doom on my mini fridge or whatever. But Minecraft feels like that, and so does Resident Evil 4. Ever since Resident Evil 4 came out, like aside from the remake, ever since Resident Evil 4 came out on the GameCube, it feels like it's been on every single console generation since. It's on, obviously, the GameCubes, that's where it started. And like PS2, it's obviously on PC. So it's also on PS3 and PS4, and by extension PS5. You know what? I don't know if Resident Evil 4's on the original Xbox though. RE4 Remake is on iPad and iPhone. All right, that. Are you seeing the pixels of what represents Leon and Ashley? Ashley. I was unaware Apple had that kind of like rendering. It just looks, yeah, it just looks bad. Okay. I mean, to be fair, you're playing a very modern game on for consoles and PC on your phone, which is pretty cool. With frame gen and upscaling. I don't know anything about Apple products. I don't use them. I tried to whenever I was younger with like just the normal iPods, and I think I had like one, like I don't know what the numbers are, like an iPhone 4 or 3 or something like that. And I did not like the way they handled everything. And now we have to use iPhones at my work, and that upsets me. Because like now I got to learn this whole phone infrastructure, and everyone like that's there too that like needs tech help. They also are all like using like but a handful, but like almost everyone there is also using iPhones. It's like, man, I didn't sign up for this, but oh well. You have a Steam Deck on Cyberpunk 2077. It's 415 instead of like 1200. Interesting. That's a game that I'm glad that like ended up getting better over time. Like the devs actually like CD Projekt Red actually stuck it out. Big Cyberpunk 2077, because like I remember all the reports and watching all the comparisons, or sorry, not comparisons. Well, that too, but like all the game breaking stuff in the game, how like different versions of the game had different problems with it. It kind of reminded me of Black Ops 3 whenever they decided to release that on previous gen, and like everything is so bad. Are we smarter than the best desktop CPU? Probably not. At least not on average, anyway. Granted, there's also the argument of how can it be smarter if we're the ones who made it. There is that argument I see a lot. Yeah. CPUs can't do math. They also can't do random numbers. like true random numbers. But I don't know. On average, I would definitely say that computers are smarter on average compared to humans. Mainly due to the facts of just look at people. For every one brilliant person, there's like 100 not brilliant people. You know, people I'm helping with tech all the time that should know the tech but don't. People that are my age who don't know the tech, despite like growing up with it, like around them. I mean, there are people who are like way older than me, like retirement age, that know more about computers than I do, and they didn't work in IT. So like, it's just it's wild variances. Now, Crow is smarter than you were 7 years old. I'm pretty sure Crow is smarter than some 30-year-olds. What do you mean? To be fair, though, crows and ravens are some of the smartest birds. And while parrots and the like are able to like do mimicry and stuff like that, they're still pretty smart as well. To be able to take in a sound, the repetition of hearing it, and being able to translate that into like echoing it essentially is very impressive. You never going to disturb crows? Yeah, crows and ravens are sweet little babies that will absolutely steal shiny things from your hands. They're actually scary. Nah, just give them a chip, give them a coin. Treat them like you would have. Well, that's probably not a good way of handling it. Treat them like raccoons. They're just scavengers. Very adorable scavengers. They like shiny. I do now. I've always wanted to have like a pet raven. Cat keeps telling me no, because obviously we have cats, but they're so majestic and they're very pretty up close. Though, making sure a raven is happy is pretty hard. However, if you can, like, befriend a raven, like, for one, they'll actually come back to you and recognize you. But they can actually, like, in a sense of speaking, they can actually tell other birds about you. Or other ravens about you. They're so adorable. Nature's harbingers. Bruh. Also, ravens, when they're like feathers, like get hit by light at good angles, they reflect so nicely. A nice purple hue. Get tapped activation joined by your internet sucks. Yep. It happens, Bubba. It happens. You forgot the S. There's also ponder, because it's funny. So once again, I'm making fun of a meme. What is happening on my phone? Oh, that weird noise glitch happened again. Anyway. What does that mean? It means that whenever... It means that, like, whenever you appear, you have a low chance of being shiny. So like if you had a 100% chance, you'd be shiny every time someone found you. Versus if you're at 1%, you have like, you're like one of the rare shinies that like no one can ever find. Think of it like a legal Victini shiny. I guess Victini would be a 0% shiny, huh? People know it exists, but you can't get it. I'm probably not gonna turn that into a command. It's already tough enough trying to say every single word with duck following it. Let me do something real quick. On the side here. Need this. Do that. Do this. And away we go. Ah, yes. Da-chow. Ka-chow. It's me, Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow. You know why he says it's so easy? Because of how close it is to the word wow. Oh, Wilson, you sly dog. Oopsies. Right. Maybe one day. The way you say ducks, like I said, it makes me think of the boots and cats like beatboxing. Please tell me what is with the duck thing, please. I want to understand, but I'm never gonna understand unless you explain it. Why do you like using duck in so many of your words? I gotta remember to keep keep my headphones cable off my arm. I'm gonna like rub a groove into my arm. Can't read if it's Chinese, I can't read Cantonese. If it's Japanese, I can't read kanji. Because that's not any hiragana or katakana I've seen. Google, quick, translate. Actually, wait, can I wonder if I can do this. Yep. If I'm fast enough, I can do it. Duck a sour? Feel kind of like Sylvester saying that. Suffering succotash. On the bright side, with having the game set the way they are, I can look at Articuno and then just look at Bulbasaur. I actually like this orientation more than I like the other one. I don't know if I said that earlier. But for some reason, it's easier to see it left and right than up and down. Ducante. Alright, and There it is. We hit 10,900. Geo, it is time for another 10K raffle. Have fun with that. Anyone who wishes to enter may do so. Give this guy a shiny Pokemon. People have been preaching to me to just get the shiny mon for how many ever weeks I've been doing this. It hasn't worked yet. I need to just manifest it. And by manifest, I mean just code inject it into my game. Just hit it with the old Control C, Control V. Actually, what's the prediction? Like, the predictions are 73% yay and 27% nay on the if I'll get the Pokemon today. Fried red and loaf green. Today we are confirming that Bulbasaur is bread. What kind of bread is up to you? Impossible bread. Because it's a plant. It's like impossible meat, but from bread. Because, you know, we need a plant-based bread that isn't just wheat. Or made from grains. If your loaf is green, if your loaf of bread is green, you may need to put it away. Gently in the trash can. Ah. $150 resets already. At an hour. So if we keep this going, 150 every hour-ish. 300 at hour 2, 450 at hour 3, and 600 at hour 4. Jeez. That's if we keep going the same rate, though. And I very rarely ever go the same rate. Because I get distracted. Oh! Koki got frozen. Oh, wow. Wow. That's a, what, a 10% chance, I believe? For a freeze to hit off Ice Beam? I don't know if it happened before on the other, like, at all the other resets for Articuno, but that one's pretty cool. Rah! There you go, top 10. Really, one good day is all you need in order to get to the top of the leaderboard. Since most of the time the group pot for the red orbs don't get too high. The highest race I think I've ever seen was whenever Sal was like in the millions. I think the closest one was like 400,000. You know that every other shiny passes, so there's only shiny. I mean, with the way that the game treats these starters, there might as well only be one. I said it before in the past, but I'll say it again. It's like, it feels like every time that I soft reset, I, just erasing this universe from existence. And only I, as the player character, remember these previous universes as I go around to another universe. to try and find the shiny Pokemon that I want. Hi, Sal. Welcome back. You missed quite a few. You missed quite a few raffles. Still no shiny though. Had some family over. Well, I hope it was nice seeing them. How's you know who doing? I hope he's doing well. Like still doing better and improving. The power that humans have on fiction is a lot. We erase the timelines like that. Snap of my fingers. The Infinity Gauntlet is within my 4 fingers. Those 4 fingers hit select, start, A and B. But something with ducks are stronger. Alright. He's doing great. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully he won't have to go back to his favorite hospital. You know, I can't believe my Pokemon hunt has survived a TikTok ban. I started this hunt before the ban, and apparently I want to finish it after the ban. If you're a duck shearer, then why is your name Catbox? Shouldn't it be Duckbox? You know what I'm curious about? Why is it in these games, other than Manaphy, why can none of the legendaries breed? Like, it's obvious throughout all the games that every time you encounter a new, like, legendary bird, obviously I didn't catch this in this world, but is it the same legendary bird? Or is it a different one? And if it's a different one, that means they can breed, which means why can't we breed them in this? Cats and ducks are good animals? Well, yeah. Well, cats are really adorable, but they are responsible for an extinction of several birds. So while they are very cute and cuddly animals with their nice sharp claws, they are also, in very ways, not good. In what way do Pokemon have fun? I don't know, but however they're doing it, they're having eggs. I just feel bad for all the Dittos. Any Ditto in a Poke Care facility, what are they called? In Poke Care? In the daycare, in the Poke Daycare just immediately turns the daycare into a brothel. Deck yourself? Oh, you want me to get a stretch in? In scientific terms, I don't know. Fertilizing eggs. That's however that happens. It's interesting that every single Pokemon is kind of like a bird where every single Pokemon lays an egg. Every single one. I don't know how a solid mass of rock and ghost, Spiritomb, is able to lay an egg. Nor do I want to know. Oh, and a sip. Give me just a moment. Here's another raffle for hitting the 25 mark. Let me grab the drink over here. Once again, how do I framed 2 different games. Like, 2 different games. Alright, there's your one sip. Cheerio, mate. Hey, cheers. Cheers, welcome to the other side of the pond. I don't know what accent this is. Well, then I immediately changed it. I don't know what accent that was, but now I'm back in America. Welcome to the South, where I need to wash my clothes in some oil. Go pick out some fireworks I saw from the flyer. The, the, the flyer. Flyer. No, I can't say it. Catmon fan, huh? There's some underlying things about that I need to figure out, but you don't want to tell me. I got to piecemeal together what you mean by all these ducks and cats. All I know is about boots and cats and boots and cats. I do not want to drop this Bulbasaur hunt, but it is starting to get, it's starting to weigh on my nerves. Just how long it's taking. I thought the Charmander was bad, but we're, I think, over. Hold on. Was it 5,812, right? That's how much it was? I'm not gonna allow that. I'm not gonna allow that message. Don't try to circumvent the mod. It's also highly insensitive. They do not. I lost my train of thought. That was way more than I wanted to. Here, actually, hold on. Can I? Alright, I'm gonna try and do something, and hopefully it doesn't backfire on me. So, but if it does backfire, sorry, cat, but I'll rectify it immediately if it does what it shouldn't do. Oh, okay. How long? What? Jesus. How long is that, Sal? I just wanted to delete the messages. Like those two, but how long is that? $10,800 seconds. How long is that? So 60 seconds in a minute. Oh, jeez. 360? Sorry, the 300 seconds is 5 minutes. 3 hours, Jesus. Did you think that number up? There's no way you just did that offhand. I mean, to be fair, that is a very not good thing to say, so. And I kind of don't tolerate that kind of, like, unnecessary, stereotypicalization? Yeah, I don't usually dole out punishment because I'm way too lax on my own rules. Yeah, I don't condone what was said. Once again, also caught. Once again, for the second time, live in 1080p. I don't even know if these go up on YouTube in 1080p. They might go up in 720. I know whenever I have to edit the video because of, like, a crash, like, and having to combine videos, it goes to 1080, but I don't know if just this default file will go to that. Because having to remux it from MKV tip before. The cat box, if you're still like lurking back there, I just need to clarify that you need to remember to like you read the rules and you accepted it, so I don't really accept that kind of thing here, but I'm way too lax in my own rules. Depending on the severity of it, I myself would ban, but I have way too many chances when I shouldn't. So, you know, I guess just take the 3 hours to think about it. I haven't had any events on stream yet, thankfully, where I've just had to outright ban someone other than bots. You mean some? I know you meant something. I know you meant something. If it does something like that, or anything. Oh, you meant anything. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fair. That's essentially how I would handle it as well. Is one warning. Granted, a warning that lasts the entire stream essentially is interesting. But essentially gives you a moment to, you know, sit back and kind of like be like, all right, okay. Could always come back tomorrow. Maybe today's just weird, you know? Maybe today's just weird. Come back tomorrow and try again. Still don't understand the whole duck thing, but I don't want to figure it out. But yeah. Depending on the severity, I myself would just outright ban. The only thing I think I've banned so far have been bots. I don't think anybody's coming here with any kind of actual like ill intent or anything like that would require like an immediate ban. Thankfully. Usually people that pop in are pretty nice. Now we're approaching 109050. Don't worry about the way that I said that. Alright, we hit it. Still no Bulbasaur, still no Articuno. As a reminder, like I said, Articuno started at 760 today, so I'll have to do some math in order to figure out what it goes up to after that. But there is a raffle out if you want to join. Just who stopped by earlier? Like, I wouldn't assume, but I also would kind of assume your mom, maybe. Maybe a sister or something? Your mom, stepdad, and some family friends? Oh, okay. You should have whipped out the Scrabble. Show them your Scrabble skills. Maybe some Yahtzee? You ever play Yahtzee with the fam? The family friend hadn't seen me in years, or seen you in years. Oh, so that must have been an interesting catch-up experience. The last time they probably saw you were probably 2 inches shorter, you know, 10 years ago. You and your NBA legs over there. A very big man and very handsome. Don't you just love being complimented? Us men are very simple creatures. hit us with a compliment. We melt like butter. Free advice for all women. The ones that are egotistical, you can tell because they'll like lap it up. But the ones that are sweet usually like melt like butter. It's so strange that in our society, that men can't receive a compliment without it seeming strange. Or like very flattering. Thinking weird. Society standards for men are weird. Be a man. No emotions. Be a brick wall. No paint. Plain. John Deere. Took it very tightly. Aw. It's always fun to have those people back in your life. Even if only for like a little bit. But hey, at least they now know where you are and can come visit more often. Because before, I'm guessing, like, the last time they saw you, you were probably back over here in this county. Well, I guess I'm not in that county anymore, am I? The other county. Yeah, when you're still living with your dad, I believe. Back before you moved out at the ripe age of 20, I think. You've been with your grandparents for a while now. Now that I think about it. God, it's such a long drive too. How is it after I move, you still manage to stay the same time distance away from me? Also, there's going to be an ad about 5 seconds, so have fun with that. You think you were 6 or 7 last time you saw her? God, so over... Oh, I'm just gonna say a decade and a half and stick with that number. I totally remember how old you are. Close enough. If I had a V2 model, you could see me looking around the room. I definitely remember. It kind of sucks that I don't have any kind of model or like wait for you to see what it is that I'm doing. I have to like do everything with my voice, and the reason why I say that it sucks is because I'm very bad at projecting my voice in a way that makes it easy to understand what it is that I'm meaning. Sometimes. Obviously, if I phrase things like this, it makes it seem like a question. Or like, yes, that's what I meant. Like as like a sarcastic kind of thing. Or like a, not sarcastic, but like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I'm bad at those kinds of like vocal inflections. It sucks, I know, but I'm trying. Listen, if I ever did a subathon, which I don't intend to, but if I was to ever do a subathon, whatever the final goal would be get a V2 model. It'd be crazy high up there. Or do like end of the year goals kind of thing. Like rather than a subathon, it'd be like just like crazy high thing. It'd be like, yeah, get a V2 model because V2 models are expensive. Like actual ones. There are free ones out there, but I don't have the phone or the know-how to set up that kind of thing. And not to mention my GPU would probably just break at the thought of VTuber. So like if I was to ever do like a thing like that, it would probably be like, yeah, the and these are arbitrary numbers I'm gonna throw up. But like it'd be like, yeah, thousand total subs in the single month. Or sorry, total people are total subbed in a month. I'll get a better GPU within like 10,000 or something like that. Would be like, yeah, I'll get a V2 model or something like that. Just there's like I said, arbitrary numbers. Because like a GPU is fairly inexpensive compared to a V2 model, man. V2 models can get up there easy. And if I was to get a V2 model, I would want it to be as good as I can get it. They probably have a lot of points of articulation just with me wanting to like hook up like VR hands. Oh, that means I would also have to get like something like an iPhone. The iPhone strikes again. Because from my understanding, a lot of people in the VTubing business use phones for their tracking. Specifically iPhones. Because apparently their facial tracking is like one of the best. Granted, I don't know how many people are actually doing it that way. There could be plenty of people using the webcam. But anytime I think about using a webcam, I get like paranoid about the idea that it's like one of those things where, and this is old. This is old. This is like 15 years ago. Like when the idea of like VTubing was first like emerging and stuff like that. There were like people who were like, the VTube quote unquote software that they would use would like break, and then it would just show your normal webcam. And the thing is that I would know when it would happen immediately if I was doing that, because I play all these games for the most part through OBS itself. Also, there's a raffle out and you have like less than 15 seconds. But, like, I would be paranoid of that happening with like a webcam if I was to ever do it that way. Rip the raffle. C'est la vie. You know, even if I was to do a V2 model, I have no idea what it would look like. Not even a monochrome of an idea. There was a horror game based on that? Was there? Oh man, I want to play more like horror games on stream. Like, not like Eternal Darkness or... Well, I guess more like Layers of Fear. But like, I want to play more stuff that are like just on the PC in general. Like for fun, play that Grandma Escape game. I don't know. Could play that horror game that you're talking about, even though I don't know the name. I've been also seeing like a lot of good horror games coming out lately. That for PC, like indie horror games. I think would be really fun to play. Though I don't know how I would turn the lights down on a stream itself for you guys to make it spookier. I don't know. Maybe that's what we'll do for Halloween. Not Halloween, for October. We'll just... Saturday will still be for the Pokemons, but like all the other days will just be horror games. We'll try to do a one-off every single day. Which would only really equate to eight streams. But still, or 8 games. Could be more depending on how fast or short some of them are. I mean, that sounds like it'd be a fun time for October. But I'm not like interested in games like Phasmophobia. Like there's like ghost hunting games. I'm not very interested in them. I think they're cool, like in isolation, but I don't like them as like a longevity kind of thing. It was similar to Chilla's Art. Chilla's Art games are pretty cool. It's kind of like retro pixel art styled games. Oh. Nope, I can't think of what it's called. I was gonna suggest you to play this one horror game on Roblox, but I cannot remember the name of it. is a single-player horror game on Roblox. Whip. I'm about to look that up at some point and send it to you, Sal. I mean, we could also do Chilla's art games on here. I know how most of them turn out, but I don't know. Still could be fun just for the content. For the channel. I'm not funny enough on my own. Like, I'm barely funny here. But, like, I feel like it would be kind of fun, like, every so often to make standalone videos. Like, not even, like, be streaming them, but just make a video of something. I've actually been kind of, like, taunting that idea in my head, in my noodle, like, for a little bit now. Like, if I was to do standalone videos, what would they be on? And then I was thinking, like, what would be more fun than just doing the thing that I'm normally doing when I'm gaming anyway? Achievements. I could become the achievement... Wait, no, wait, take that back, hold on. I could do, like, achievement guide videos, would be fun. It's Chilla's Art Parasocial. Let's look that up real quick. We're really close to 11,000 now. We really want to postpone that. Chilla's Art Parasocial. You know what? I think I've seen this game partially. I think this is one of the Chilla's art games I didn't never finish watching. The video you watched was by mainly Bad A Hero. Okay. I think all my Chilla's art videos have been from Mark or Jack. Or I guess this is just call him Sean, but still. Being parasocial is so easy. You know that? Like, acting friends with people that you don't know online. Like streamers and stuff like that. It's so easy that it's scary. Because it's very easy to fall into. As both a streamer and a viewer. Granted, you and I can't say that because we actually are friends. So, that doesn't fall to us, but like, I mean, I've fallen into it. I don't know, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of interesting, like, how easy it is to fall into. Because, I mean, you're spending your time essentially vibing with people. And, like, you know, as you're streaming, you get to know the person who's streaming more and more as they just keep talking. So, like, you kind of, like, become attached to that person. Or, you know, obviously you get to know them. So, like, you see them as, like, a friend or, like, somebody, you know, trustworthy that you can find in. Or can confide in. But at the same time, the opposite is for the streamer. Somewhat. If you're a smaller streamer, it becomes easier because you get to know the people that you're seeing every day. Like, Whiskers, who's probably lurking in the background. Granted, they don't talk too much, but, like, because of me being a smaller content creator, it's one of those things where I could get to know Whiskers pretty well from being on here. But if we never talk, like, just us outside of this place, then, like, it's in a sense parasocial from me. So it's also easy for streamers to fall into it. All right. What a weird spot to be mentioning this, but we hit 11,000. $11K. Oh, for the 11,000. That's funny. I don't know why he just didn't do the 20, but oh well. Yeah. I remember whenever streaming like really kicked off, or like sorry, before it actually kicked off. I remember when it kicked off too, but like whenever it was like kind of like picking up a good amount of steam, but it wasn't like on the purview of like, you know, front pages of things. The parasocialness that happened on streams were pretty strong. Because people didn't know any better. And it kind of happened with YouTube as well. Why is my phone going off again? Oh, I see why. We now have the 2 other packs, which I'm pretty sure we're ready forever ago. Okay, so I got paralysis on the 1. Alright, no shinies yet. I also have a message from Cat again. Also, since the other TCG packs are ready, let's look at those. Shall we? Once again, I'm just going to open up Charizard packs because those are the ones I really actually want. Yeah, we got 2 of them. All right. Nothing on the Articuno. No nickname. We're citing this, so I'm trying to get through the packs of cards. All right. So the first pack of 2 from the Charizard pack is Weeping Bell, Staryu, the Dome Fossil, Execute, and Normal Moltres. Ever since I've gotten Normal Moltres, it like appears like every other pack. This is like my 5th Normal Moltres. It's wild. All right. Bulbasaur? No. All right. Shame, shame. It's a crying shame. All right, so the second pack of the Charizard for TCG Pocket, we got Cinccino, Eatmore, Cottony, Joe, Poliwag, and Dodrio. Once again, nothing new. A little disappointed. Got another Moltres. Let me see how many Moltri I have. No Articuno. All right, maybe I was being a little hyperbolic. I only have 3. It just feels like I've been getting it a lot. But then again, I also got another Charizard EX. I also got another Flareon. I got 3 of those. It's been months I've had a new card, but then again, when I got a new card last time, I think we got like 2 of them. We got a new Full Art and a normal Pokemon that I needed, I believe. I am so thirsty. All this rambling from somebody who won't shut up. There's a time and a place for yapping, and it's right now. Anyway, back to the topic that was on hand just for another brief moment. As the streamer becomes more popular and like more and more people like come in and talk, it's harder for the streamer to kind of be parasocial because there's so many people, and it makes it so hard to like keep up with new people all the time. I mean, you'll start seeing familiar faces showing up every so often. Like, if I had like, you know, 1,000 viewers and Whiskers just came in, like over time, I'm going to notice that name keeps showing up every so often. Like, there's that, like the recognition, but it's not like it becomes harder to become parasocial towards viewers at that point. While I'm talking about this, I will always try to be a like a content creator that's like for the community. Because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do any of this kind of thing. Like, you showing interest is enough to keep me wanting to come back to keep doing this shenanigan. Like, we had Willie show up earlier. I haven't seen Willie here in, like, 4 months. Like, man disappeared. Like, disappeared into the void. Came back, said hi, what's up, how you doing? Looks like you're enjoying the torture, and then disappeared into the ether again. That's okay. I appreciate anyone who stops by for me any, like, amount of time. We're all busy, especially on a Saturday when we should be going outside and having fun in the cold. But also, people like to relax on the weekends, like watch a movie, nap, you know. Some people grill, man. Some people love to grill and like and relax with them. So I mean, I don't blame anyone for, you know, wanting to have fun on their weekend. I mean, this is fun for me on my weekends. Yeah, sure, I'm tired sometimes, but like, I'm having fun with this, man. It's just chill times going after Pokemon that aren't shining. This is my life now. Sort of. Oh, also, I went back and looked at my my schedule here on Twitch. Mondays is action, or sorry, not action. It's adventure shooter. It's shooter adventure, and Monday is RPG horror. So I remember Sundays, but I didn't remember Mondays fully. I think I said action shooter. It's adventure shooter. So like Legend of Zelda would go in adventure. How goes the hunt? I mean, I could see how it goes, but it would feel rude not to ask. Well, how do I describe this in the most friendly of terms that I'm trying to stay within this PG-ish 13 rating? It's like being hit in the face by a basketball off rebound multiple times back to back. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I wonder if I can find the find a GIF. Hold on. I need to see if I can find it. I don't remember what his name is. Oh. I want you to look up. Actually, I'll type it in chat. Just go to YouTube and look up. We'll just do it this way. The character name is Scott Sterling. So, and I put it in the chat, just that's Scott Sterling. And in America, obviously, you know, we call it soccer. And the goalkeeper, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. That's how I feel constantly with this. But yeah, in America, we call it soccer, but, you know, everywhere else you call it football. So look up whatever is the colloquial term that you choose to use, and it should just pull it up. But yeah, that's how it feels right now. That's how this hunt for Bulbasaur is feeling. Articuno not so much, just because I love Articuno anyway. But this Bulbasaur, it feels like I'm in that fourth shootout phase of like the 5 shots. Or I think that one's where he's like coiled in a ball lying on the ground, then happens to look back, I think is what it is. Oh, critical hit, killed Articuno again. Wait, will I get the freeze on Koki? No, alright. Yeah, hi Whiskers. How are you enjoying your Saturday so far? I trust no work or anything of the like. By the way, I appreciate the support of, like, you know, liking the post off the stream on Blue Sky and stuff like that. It means a lot. Any kind of interaction means a lot, but you know what I mean. Alright, the next raffle is going out. You're also going to have an ad in about 5 minutes, so prepare yourselves. Got to make it trouble and make it double. Not too bad. The Yuki had a pretty bad storm yesterday, so today was checking the home for damage. Gotcha. And I'm hoping nothing, right? Right? As I'm nodding. You can totally hear that I'm nodding, right? Man, I love storms. Like, I want, like, good storms, man. Like, every so often when I went to the beach as a kid, the only thing I really liked about going to the beach after I got older, after being to the beach so many times, I loved when it stormed at the beach. Like, sit at the sit outside the hotel on the balcony and, like, watch the rainfall and the lightning in the distance over the ocean. It is so awesome. And, like, having a home of my own now, still love the storms. Don't like there's a tree above the house, but still love storms. But yeah, I hope everything turned out okay, Whiskers, and that, you know, nothing happened to the house. And you're, you know, you're all safe and sound, all snuggled up like a bug in a rug. That's the saying, right? That's the saying, right? I'm not hitting a Malifaux right now. As snug as a bug in a rug. That should be what it is. I said cozy earlier. God. I don't like the fact that this Bulbasaur is in the 5 digits. The 5 digits, man. Please. Not you guys. Across the street has a little roof damage. Lucky you're on the northeast side of the UK, so Ireland and West get it first. You think 133 miles per hour wind in Ireland. You can put it in kilometers for me. I'm trying to learn the metric system. $133-mile-per-hour winds. Isn't that essentially like hurricane levels of wind? Or is it a different term? I know that certain areas of the world have different names, like typhoon and monsoon, but I think you're still hurricanes, aren't you? Also, I don't know the kilometer conversion at all. I'm going to guess that 133 is roughly, I don't know, 210 kilometers an hour. I want to guess. I don't know kilometers too well. I've got the feel for Celsius about like a degree or two, but I haven't had any practice with the kilometers yet. Kilometers. Why did I say it like that? That made me think of the one lady where like she's like the Egyptians believed that the most significant thing you can do in your life is yeah, the most significant thing you can do is die or something like that. You only know kilograms. About 214 kilometers per hour. Let's go. I said 210. Yeah. I'll take that as a win today. I don't need the Bulbasaur anymore. Took a shot in the dark and I actually absolutely nailed it. I'm a filthy casual for the metric system. I was about to say, Sal, if you only know grams, not even kilogram, just grams, I'm going to question why it is that you only know grams. But I know why you know kilograms, because of lifting weights. I mean, the metric system is so much better. Everything's base 10. Instead of here where it's like, I think base 16 or base... It shouldn't be base 4. I think it's base 16. It might even be base 8. It's something weird. Some weird arbitrary number. An SNL skit perfectly designed for that. Actually, you know what? Whiskers, I don't know if you get SNL. Or, like, you have an SNL adjacent thing over in the UK. There is another video now that I need to look up. I need to look up at what it's actually called. I need to see if it's this one. Hold on. So I'll give just a moment. Yeah, alright, I found it. I'll just copy and paste the link to it. It's an SNL skit, which is SNL is Saturday Night Live. Essentially, it's a very soft news skit heavy show where it's making fun of essentially news that's been going on, or like events and stuff like that, or they just come up with normal skits that you would have fun with. I mean, one of the more popular ones is the cowbell one, where you know, I don't remember the full line, but it's like, I'm sick and the only prescription is more cowbell. Like that meme that kind of showed up that's from SNL. So there's this one I'm sending in the chat, which links to an SNL skit called Washington's Dream, where essentially it's making fun of America and our weird imperial system. At least I think that's the link I shared. Yeah. There's also a second one that they released called, it's just Washington's Dream 2, where it's more of the same, just making fun of America and the way that we handle things over here and differently from the rest of the world. And like one of them's like, it's like, football, sir? Yes, it's a game where you mainly play with your hands. So there's no feet in football. Sometimes. Alright, and how do you play football, sir? Was like oh, sorry, back to I don't remember the full skit. It's just a funny skit. You should just watch it. It's funnier than me. Me trying to reenact it is worse than just watching it. Just take the 5 minutes away from the stream just to watch how funny that skit is. As an American, I understand why it's so goofy and why it's so funny. As a Brit or people from the rest of the world, you see the ridiculousness of it comparatively. Like, even more so. How many points do you get for kicking a field goal, sir? Sometimes 1, sometimes 3. I don't know who the name of the guy who's playing Washington is, because I'm bad with names. But he is such a good comedian with how his timing for that entire skit that works. Apparently, whenever they were pitching that in the in like the pitch room, I don't remember what they actually called it. Apparently, that was going to get canned. Like the entirety of that joke was going to get canned. Or that skit was going to get canned, but then they essentially pleaded the case for it, and whenever they were doing the rehearsal for it, to like when they were like picking like the final set of skits to put into the show, the way that it was done in rehearsal was it made it allowed to be cleared. I think it was like in the bottom 3 initially when they were like pitching the idea. So it was like one of the last ones to go into rehearsal where there's like a crowd that reacts to the jokes, and that way you can tell like, you know, which ones are going to be funny, which ones aren't. So like at the end of all the skits, or at least near, it was either the last or second to last, they did the skit, and by this point the crowd, the rehearsal crowd, are already like used to all the like they've seen these jokes for like, you know, hours at this point. And apparently whenever they did the Americans or the Washington's Dream skit for the rehearsal crowd, people were dying laughing. So it's crazy to think that there might be skits out there that got canned that would have had that reaction and would have been genuinely funny, but it just got canned before it even got to the rehearsal. One of the very few like fun facts I know about SNL because I watched a video of them talking about it. It's wild, like some of the fun facts I just kind of find out about SNL just from watching some skits like the Weekend Update. Like how Timothy Chalamet was the most recent person, like only 3 people, how do I phrase this? Timothy Chalamet was the only person in the last, I think, 30 years to be both guest host and special guest musician for the day. Apparently it only happened like 3 or 4 times before, but it had been 30 years since anyone did it. I don't know what the significance of it is, but fun facts with Dante. Facts that I barely remember. Because I don't have a head on my shoulders. But I do got knees and toes. I'm just spouting off random BS while I try to not lose my mind on a Bulbasaur. There's also a raffle out. Oh. Anyway, to calm down from SNL, Whiskers, I'm glad that you're okay from your storm. Love having you here. You're a constant reminder that my dad jokes can always be funnier if I could just be funny. I wonder what kind of bird Articuno is. YouTube, if you know what kind of bird Articuno is, please put it down in the comments down below, because I would love to know. Obviously, all bird experts live on YouTube, and that's it. Nothing else. Oh, okay. So doing the math, I hit 300 a couple resets ago. And we're about to hit the 200, or the 200, Jesus. Hit the 2-hour mark. So. Yeah, roughly 150 every hour. A white-throated magpie, if you recall. Are you the bird expert of YouTube? Or is that just a fun fact you know? Look up a white-throated magpie. Maybe I should look this up in incognito mode. Oh, that's a cute bird. Yeah, white-throated magpie jay, yeah. The resemblance is kind of uncanny, really. It weighs between 7.2 and 7.5 ounces. That's a cute little bird. A bird from, I think it said Mexico. I very briefly read the description of it. I think it said it was from Mexico. You know, with a name like Lord Whiskers, and your profile being a cat, and you knowing about birds, it seems a little suspicious. I was just talking earlier about how cats are the cause of so many bird extinctions. Leave my Articuno alone. My real life Articuno. Yum. Oh, you know what? That's a great idea for an emote. The fox biting into something. What kind of food should the fox eat? If Koki is here, he'd immediately go with burger. I mean, cookies are cute, but they're done a lot, and so is pizza. So what would be a burrito? I love me some burritos, but I also love me some burgers. Huh. Ice cream. Just a glob of melting ice cream. I think that'd be a pretty funny emote. Batteries from Minecraft. The ones from the berry bushes? The ones that hurt when you walk into them? I don't even know if that made the right sound. I'm not a voice actor. Any noises that I make that sound vaguely resembling any kind of voice acting material is purely accidental. And not on purpose, because I can't control anything. Let alone my voice. Let's say you mate foxes. Oh, that's brilliant. Write that down, write that down. I'm gonna be telling Kat about that later. Alright, so no on the Articunos. No on the Bulbasaur. What a surprise on the Bulbasaur. That's close. It'd just be really funny, like in the background of the Nom emote, you could just see the empty bush. That means I would have to show her what the berry itself looks like the icon for it. Because now that I think about it, I don't know it. Berries from Minecraft. Berries. Oh, it looks like, okay, it's a spray with 3 berries on it. Okay. It's just cherries, but instead of a stem, it looks like it's on a tiny branch. Stick. Oh, that's brilliant. See, I knew I made you a mod for a reason. You know when to mute, when to ban. Good ideas for emotes? You also know when to hold them and not when to hold them. You love to gamble and then walk away without your winnings. Oh. Next raffle, we hit past 75. Have it eat some tortilla chips with the caption, nachos your normal... Nachos your... Nachos your normal fox. That's supposed to be a pun on not just your normal fox? Is that what it is? Is that what the pun's supposed to be? It probably sounded better in your head, but I'm also probably saying it wrong. Also, it may also be... I said also twice. It could also be... There's the third one. Because of the fact that, like, accents could probably also carry different ways that things are said. Nacho... What? Why is that? Why is that how I led into a British accent? Nachos. That's not right. Like I said, any kind of voice acting or accents that I do are purely coincidental, and I'm not good at it, so they're by accident most of the time. British, yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess the UK. I guess the UK does include Ireland and Wales and Scotland. So I guess saying just British is probably the bad way of handling that. Oof. Big oof. I included one of those when I shouldn't have. Is that what it is? I can't. I'm coming off of a 12-hour work night. I said Ireland. Oh. No, no, don't move away. Was Ireland always sovereign from the UK? Or from England? Northern well, I say he's always sovereign. England claims a lot of places that aren't theirs anymore. Listen, I'm off of a 12-hour work. I came home to stream. I've been awake for whatever 6 p.m. yesterday was till now. I can't think straight. But I thought the whole area there was just referred to as the UK. Like all of your massive island. Everything north of the English Channel and west. Oh god, what country's there? Oh no. Oh, is it it's not Sweden, is it Denmark? Oh no. Oh, geography, I'm failing you. Oh no. I need to just do a stream where I'm doing the maps. The UK's biggest supplier of Independence Days. We have that going for you. Or you have that going for you. Yeah, that's the biggest supplier of Independence Days and the biggest L's on the market. You know, at one point you guys were the powerhouse of the world. What happened? Hitting all the wrong buttons. I mean, you let Spain beat you as the naval military. You let America beat you with their weakened naval military, granted with France's help. And lost the ground battle. I don't even want to mention India. Like, watching the fall of the English Empire, you know, was it the, oh, what is it? What was it referred to as? It was the Empire where the sun never sets? Is that what it was? Because of all the territories you guys owned all over the world? What happened? What happened? How I'm so talented that I keep doing these accidental frame differences. Then again, maybe one game just not picking up my input. Well, I guess the different cryolinks would also cause it on the main menu. UK is England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Britain is geological mass of England, Scotland, Wales, and not Northern Ireland. So here's a question, because I don't know the full UK England history. Obviously, because I'm American, we don't learn history properly. As obvious by what is going on right now. Has Ireland always been like not obviously excluding Northern Ireland? Like, has Ireland always been sovereign from England? And if so, why is it specifically just Northern Ireland? I know general history. It also helps that, like, I took Latin for a little bit, so I know some of the history there. But I don't really know more modern history. I would assume that, like, the UK was a thing that formed after they had gained independence from the Roman Empire. Because obviously England got quote unquote colonized by Rome and the Saxons. But that probably was before they became as powerful as they were, and then after the Roman Empire's fall, they probably gained independence and then started their whole escapade when they were like, ah, yes, we saw what the Roman Empire did. Let's do that ourselves, but better. There's always like a empire that like spreads really wide, or has like a lot of power. Like, it started, I think, with the Ottomans, and then went to Rome, the Roman Empire, and then became like the English Empire with the ever-setting sun thing. You know, I think critical hits would just always take care of Articuno, so I need to be careful of that. This is... You're asking a... It's what, 2 o'clock? So in 4 hours, it would be... So I've been awake for 20 hours. So this is a 20-hour tired Dante trying to remember history that I took, how old am I? Over 10 years ago. I love history, but it becomes more hazy with time. Unless I'm remembering properly this time. I can't wait for one of two things to happen. Whiskers just never says another message except for exclamation join. Or I'm going to see a giant wall of text just slap onto the screen. Alright guys, we're approaching 1100. Or sorry, 11,100. We passed 11,000 a long time ago. I just want the shiny. I just want a shiny. I just want a shiny, guys. It's not much. I have to hunt a Bulbasaur 2 more times after this for the rest of the lineage. Can we just can we just move on? Can we just move on past this Bulbasaur, please? Catholic and Protestants, pretty much. We did have control over Ireland until 1912, and it scrolled up, and made Northern Ireland as a buffer to try and curb violence. Interesting. The 10K raffle has 15 seconds. Well, look here. I'm all here for a history lesson. I love history. If you know it, I'm willing to listen. Granted, if history isn't one of your top subjects and you don't want to talk about it, then I get it. Oh, Whiskers, you're getting up there. You're close to being a person who's very rarely ever here. And you still got 2 more whole days to try and get more points. You're getting close to a 2-month streak, Whiskers. 2 months of winning. Back to back. I still got your Machamp Gora Shiva to like already in the books, so it's now just a matter of time. Why do I suddenly feel like I feel weird. Not like a bat, not bad. I feel fine. But I feel weird. Like something's coming. Alright, wasn't the shiny. Alright. Maybe I'm just tired. You know, like, history is one of those things where it's like, it's always fun to learn about. Because you see where things came from, and you can see where they're going to go, because as history buffs will tell you, history repeats itself, and it does it constantly, all the time, on repeat, like every 120 or so years. Sometimes less, depending. I think funny enough, I think the variance is like 80 to 120. But, history repeats itself, so it's always good to, you know your history, so that way things don't repeat like they are right now, in a bad way. I wasn't even around back then, but I'm mad that the Library of Alexandria burned down. Like, I'm so bad about that. So much lost knowledge. So much lost. All because some idiot named, I think, was it Nero? Was Nero the one who burned it? Who burned it? I think it was. All because some idiot emperor let his city burn. It probably wasn't Nero. Nero just has the largest fire. What was that? There was a part of the song I don't think I listened to before. Like, so like, since it's in stereo, you can hear the differences in the noises. But like, it was like in my left ear. Butters, I don't know how much longer I want to keep this going today. Oops. Like, we're at almost 2.5 hours now. A lot of resets deep. Dude, now that I'm like listening to this music, I kind of regret never using headphones whenever I was playing Pokemon when I was younger. Like, having it in stereo is a bop. That sounds nothing like the growl that you said out there. Oh wow. Rah. All right, you know what? I think what I'm gonna do is after the stream today, or on Monday, I really should be saying this. On Monday when we next do this, I'm going to reinstate the funny Gamba procedure for the 100,000 orbs that I did with Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Essentially, you take stakes on which one you think will shine first, and if you are correct, then you get a shared pool of how much ever's in the pot. I think, what, every 5 it increases by 100,000 or so? Oh, yeah, there's that wall of text I was talking about. I appreciate that. So the Irish people had fought against this rule and made it very hard for England to fully control Ireland. So the English kings and queens came up with an idea. They decided to move people from England and Scotland who would be loyal to the king over to Ireland, giving them land that they had taken off the Irish people. The main place this happened was in Ulster, in Northern Ireland. Over time, this idea created 2 different types of people in Northern Ireland, Catholic and Protestants. Ah, yes. Can't believe it created 2 sects of Christianity. Catholicism and Protestants. In Northern Ireland. What's interesting though is that like anytime I hear people talk about Ireland, they're referring to like collectively. Maybe, you know what? Maybe they're not. I was gonna say like they collectively refer to like Ireland as both just normal and northern, but maybe they don't. Because they'll say stuff like you sound like you're from Northern Ireland. I know that makes more sense now. I thought they were talking about like a direction, like how over here we have North and South Dakota. It's not one Dakota. It's 2 different states. Oh, that would also make sense, because here we also have Virginia and West Virginia, which used to be one Virginia, and then it got separated during the Civil War. Oh, that makes so much more sense. So Northern Ireland... This is a question. So Northern Ireland has its own, like, governing bodies? Is that my takeaway from this? Which would be the UK? While Ireland has its own governing body in Ireland itself? Why is the lore on Ireland so deep? I love reading walls of text, by the way. It's like a nice, fun time to just sit down and read. It's why I enjoyed reading every single lore bit from Metroid Prime. And why long messages like the one that you sent, I enjoy. It might not be very fun for the reading person on, like, YouTube with how long that text box is. But for me, I enjoy it. Also, it's a raffle time. So sorry, wall text, you're gonna get pushed off the screen very quickly. 07's in chat or in the comments for the long message from Whiskers. Ireland is its own thing, completely separate from the UK, but not the British Isles, because that is both islands combined. Fun, eh? Oh, so now you're Canadian. See, this is... My tiny American brain can't comprehend. Let me see if you can find it. It's just post a physical map on in the chat. I didn't know you could post images. No. I understand what it meant, by the way. If you were going to clarify about the British Isles and how it actually is part of England but not Northern Ireland, I gather that. It's just I was just poking fun. It's interesting though that like the UK doesn't include Ireland. I always thought it did. I thought that's what the name for the entire sect, like group of, you know, like nations there was. Why they were called the United Kingdom. Because England took them all over, but let them have their own place. In Discord? Oh yeah, I forgot. Speaking of Discord, if you're not in the Discord, here on Twitch, just do ! Discord. If you're on YouTube, it is in the description of the video. Every new video since I made the Discord server has that link in it. So it's been there for a little while now. Let's see. Scroll. I keep forgetting that it's the ferret. Because maps are fun. Alright. So the British Isles. Oh, okay. So the British Isles is Ireland. Oh, wait. My brain's having a strong looking at this. So the British Isles is essentially both of them. You. I love that it's like the United Kingdom is just England, but both a little chunk of Ireland. But yet Great Britain is just England. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright. Ignore me. I'm now properly looking at the map. 20 hours! 20 hours of lack of sleep. Alright, United Kingdom. It's England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Great Britain is Scotland and England. England is just England. Ireland includes Northern Ireland, but the Republic of Ireland is not including Northern Ireland. But the British Isles is all 4 of them. There, did I say it right? Also, you gotta clip that like you can't clip it. I'm just having a stronk over here from the lack of sleep. I'm arguing geography of the person who lives there. Whiskers, have you ever seen a map of the United States? Like, pre and post Civil War? It's funny because also looking at the map of it, like, of the USA, as time, like, progresses, like, from first when the settlers landed here, and then just watching it over time until, I think, the 1960s? Oh, what year was Alaska bought? You just see this constant growing, like, constant growing nation. It's like it's growing up. Oh, man. Yeah, I used to be good at geography. Now I'm bad at it. Well, I didn't watch Braveheart enough. You've seen the maps? It's so goofy. But also, like, the sheer size of the United States is, like, underestimated by a lot of people. Over there, you could probably drive from the top of... I now need to keep this map on reference. You could probably drive from the top of Great Britain to the bottom in, what, like, 4 or 5 hours? Here, you could drive 4 or 5 hours and still be in the same state. It's wild. I appreciate the tolerance. Yeah, it's an interesting map because, like, it's really weird to, like, look at this of, like, the whole area of the British Isles because of the fact of also, I have another question for you in a moment. But, like, it's interesting to look at because, like, the United Kingdom includes Northern Ireland. But Ireland also includes Northern Ireland, but the Republic of Ireland doesn't. It's really weird to look at. Also, why doesn't this map include Scotland for the people like me who are 20 hours sleep deprived? So anyway, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna ask? I was gonna ask something. I forgot what was. What succeeded from the EU? Was it Great Britain or the UK? The UK? Oh, poor Northern Ireland. Hey, but at least Ireland's still part, or sorry, the Republic of Ireland is still, I can't just say Ireland now. Oh my god. But, so that means the Republic of Ireland, is still part of the EU then. Also, how can you guys call yourself the UK, the United Kingdom, and not have the main part of Ireland? Yeah, we'll just take the northern bit. That's all we care about. It's like the semi-United Kingdom. So whenever it comes to, like, claiming stake to things, right? Does Ireland claim... Well, at this day and age, does Ireland claim it, or does England claim it? Oh. Hi, Samuel Bode. That doesn't bode well. Anyway, how are you? Thank you for following. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying my chaos of the random shenanigans of talking I'm having in these, failing of shiny items. Because rolling the world was tiring. Oh boy. I feel that. Is this what a monarch feels like? But no, like, no one person should have so many territories that you can't control. I guess that's why there's dukes. And like archdukes. And like duchesses. Part of the court. They'd be part of the court. Oh my god. It all makes sense. I'm sure if I wasn't as tired as I am, I would have already known this. Like to my tiny 20, is it almost 1 hours? My almost 21-hour brain is like going through history class again. And like, ooh, ah, history. Travesty. No, it's interesting looking at that map. That like you still have 14 overseas territories, you think? Jeez. Hey, look, you know what that means, right? It just means more. It means you can potentially add 14 more Independence Days. It's potential. You got potential independence to still have. But yeah, so the question I asked earlier, so at this point in time, when the UK succeeded from, I said succeeded, didn't I? Seceded from the EU. That would mean that just the Republic of opposite Iron, the Republic of Ireland is still in the EU. But does Ireland still own Northern Ireland? And if they do, does that then mean that that specific section of Ireland isn't part of the EU? If that's the case, then how does that work? I'm just staying on these screens way too long because I'm trying to like piecemeal history parts together and how that works with the separation of the EU from the UK. Because if part of the UK owns Ireland, but Ireland has its own claim stake for Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland is the one that didn't secede, but it... I'm talking myself in circles. All I know is Scotland is out. Correct. Northern Ireland is not part of the EU. It caused a big issue with rules since they share a landmass. Okay. All right. Yeah, because doesn't it also like affect funding and stuff like that? Like, doesn't the EU like not share, but doesn't it like share funds and stuff like that to make sure that everyone's kind of like on somewhat equal footing? Kind of like the UN is what is supposed to do. Have a platform for all countries to essentially be able to talk. By the way, Sammy, if you're still listening, I'm sorry about that boat joke. I'm pretty sure everyone makes that joke. And if not, I hope I didn't push you away with my terrible dad joke. That's your first introduction to the fact that I am not funny. Correct. The people were fed lies about freedom at Scotland, and now we're feeling the outcome of Brexit. Interesting. Yeah, because like even here, like where obviously Brexit doesn't affect, or Brexit, like the United Kingdom leaving the EU doesn't affect us. It was still big news over here whenever it was going on. Very big Brexit movement. All this talk about freedom and not even including Scotland is downright sinister. Let's see here. We start at 750. I'm not gonna meet my own deadline, probably because I kept lingering on the screen trying to figure out maps. A lot of people thought we left Europe, which is funny. Oh boy. Yeah, we're just pulling away from the whole continent, don't worry. We're just gonna drift into the middle of the Atlantic and be our own continent. Oh boy. Please tell me it was mainly Americans that thought that you guys left Europe. Please. Or did other Europeans and people in, like, England also, or I guess the UK, also think that you were leaving Europe? I'm leaving this landmass and you can't stop me. That's just like India just be like, yeah, I'm tired of being Asian. Or we're now African. Mostly out of Europe thought that. I mean, I guess to be fair, like when you think of the letters EU, you think of Europe, not European Union. So I guess if you never put two and two together that they are two separate entities that share an acronym or share a shortened letter set, I guess you could see the confusion, but at the same time, like, how would that work? How would you remove your country from a continent? That is very funny. Oh boy. Breaking news. Russia no longer part of Europe and Asia. It is now actually I was about to say that it's now Eurasia, but that's exactly what it is. Russia's a Eurasia company or country. Russia succeeds from Europe and Asia, no longer being part of colloquial Eurasia, but is instead now just Russia, the continent of Russia. And something you brought up about countries to the east of the UK. Think of NSFW, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. Huh. Oh, it's Norway. Where's Denmark's to the... Oh, Denmark. Gotcha. I said west, didn't I? I said to the west of the UK earlier, didn't I? Technically, I would have been right then, but yeah, you know what? That's pretty smart. Norway, Sweden, and Finland. For a long time before I started trying to like learn the map of Europe, I thought that Switzerland was also part of that sect of Norwegian countries. Until I looked at a map and saw Switzerland just nestled between like four other countries. No, that'll be three. Oh, where's Luxembourg? Luxembourg's attached to France. One of these days, I'm just going to pull up a map and see if I can name all the countries. How bad is my memory of geography, and how bad is the American schooling system? what may shock you is that one won't surprise you at all. I mean, I'm pretty decent at geography. The issue is that I get kind of messed up the more south and South America we go, and when we start getting to the islands of Asia. And I know none of Africa, other than South Africa, and Morocco, and Egypt. You know what? Now I get it. NSFW for Norway, Sweden, and Finland. I get it. That's where the W is. Usually I like to think of north, south, east, and west. So. That's how I like to take my paces in Sea of Thieves. So it's a little harder to find the F on the compass. Thank you for the history lesson and the fun little, not pseudonym. I guess acronym could work, but, homonym? No. What's the word where it helps you remember what's, like, linking thing? Anyway, thanks for the trick on remembering, the Norwegian countries there. But appreciate the history lesson. The more I know about it, the more I enjoy it. Now, while I do enjoy geography, I would do terrible at GeoGuessr. I don't know enough about the world and its places to do that. I just kind of know their general locations on maps. And I do mean general location most of the time. Whenever I was in 5th grade, which is middle school here, I think that's still... when is primary school for you guys? Oh, sorry, for me, now I need to clarify this even more so. In America, we have our schools set up in various different ways and for silly reasons. In the state that I grew up in, elementary was what's going on? Was kindergarten to 4th grade, 5th through 8th was middle, and then 9th through 12th was high school. Whenever I moved to my current state, it then went, kindergarten through 5th is elementary, 6th through 8th is middle, and 9th through 12th is high school. So for some reason, 5th grade gets dispersed in weird spots. Anyway, whenever I was in middle school in 5th grade, I was taking a geography test. And being in 5th grade, you are getting a basic idea of how to spell things. But, you still have no, like, special reasoning for some kids. I didn't. Or at least location memorization. Well, I could tell you how to spell every single state flawlessly without even having to think about it, even the funny ones like Pennsylvania. S-Y-L, by the way. Not Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. That's 2 N's. But I couldn't tell you where half of them were. Once you start getting to, like, the Midwest, like the middle of the United States, and everything becomes a square, it all starts becoming a blur. Also, have a raffle. I'm going to title this video The History of Ireland. Or sorry, no. The one where I learn more about Ireland. The one featuring the UK. The one where Scotland is briefly mentioned. Yeah, I think we'll wrap up here soon at the 11:02 mark. Because we're going to be doing more hunting on Monday anyway. And so there's really no point to going, like, really long on these. The retention on the YouTube videos really aren't that long. And so, like, going super long on it kind of serves no purpose. I guess in the future, if people, like, start, like, subscribing to this whole idea of the Shiny Living Dex challenge, that maybe they'll go back and watch the previous ones to see me ramble like a raving lunatic for 3 hours. Though it is kind of wild that there's 53 installments of this so far. And we hit a year in about 3 weeks. Let's see. We're at the end of this week, so I won't count that. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the 4th week. So we have 3 full weeks, and then in 2 days, because the 17th is the year mark. Ooh, wild. Congrats on your 5K orbs, Whiskers. Oh, I forgot to mention this as well at the beginning of stream. So obviously we've had 2 follows. We actually had one that was offline. So also Demonic Wolf, thank you so much for following. It's very sweet of you. I know where they followed me from, so oops. Yeah, I think 3 hours is a good limit for these. I could probably do like 4 hours, but eh. I mean, 450 checks on 2 different Pokemon is essentially 900 checks of Pokemon shinies. And I think that's fine. I don't need to do 1,200 checks in one stream. I don't need to do this for 4 hours straight. Especially when they aren't respecting my time. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like look into my videos to see how long it took me to get this Bulbasaur. I think I need to start putting a timer on screen for these Pokemon. I can put it right below the reset counter. That way we can see like how long in time it's taken. Because like yeah, we have resets, but we're not factoring in how long it actually takes. Time too long. Yeah. I mean, there's some people who do these hunts with just one screen. And they are crazy for that. Like, I could add more screens, don't get me wrong, but like, I at least want it to be somewhat of a challenge and somewhat more fun. I could have 24 screens of this game going, granted to be PowerPoint. I could have 24 screens of this game going, but then it's like, what's the purpose of that? Like, you're essentially having a 24 and 8,000 odds. At best, here I'm getting is 2. And even that's not working. I'm 11,000 resets. So, but to be fair, this entire challenge is supposed to keep me streaming because I want to stream, and this gets me into the mood for the weekend to stream. Alright, so only a couple more checks today before we wrap up, clear out the prediction, and cry myself to sleep. Fellow Whispers, I'm gonna glaze you for just a brief moment. Thank you so much for like coming as often as you do and like talking whenever you do. It's always a joy to have you here. How bad must Raichu feel having to be called to face that that bird over and over again? Like I said, I'm just erasing the universe. It doesn't remember. The one that remembers is me. I'm the protagonist of this story. My Pokemon are simply tools used to continue my story. Only I matter in this universe of eternal erasure. Anytime you do enjoy your time here, I'm glad to hear that. I'm always a bit self-conscious that like the people that stop by are mainly just like my friends, because like Koki, good friend, known him for years at this point, and like Sal, I've known him since high school, so like I'm glad to hear that. Helps me with the self-confidence issues. Yeah. As I say from time to time, the most important thing you could ever give me is your time, and so it means a lot when anyone's here for any amount of time. It means even more so whenever, you know, people like you are actually, you know, hanging out and talking, and you know, just kind of just I can't say that because I need to be PG-13. I need to be PG/PG-13. Shooting the breeze. Like when you're just kind of like, you know, shooting the breeze with me and like talking about random things. It's fun. And that's a big reason why I stream to begin with. Is it's just, you know, it's fun to hang out with people. And the world is such a big place. Also, that was the last check. The world is such a big place, and there's no way I could realistically visit it all in my in my condition, in my situation. And so if this is a small way for me to get introduced to new people from around the world, like it's a great time. I mean, and you probably just put me on in the background and like type every so often when you're listening. I'm in. But anyway, while you're doing your Pokemon TCG Pocket check, I have a 10,000 raffle out, so you might want to join that. Anyway, so that was the last check of the day. We are ending at 11,200 for Bulbasaur. We started at 1075. At 10,750. So we are, oh god. Is this 450? 250 to, yeah, 450. Okay. So yeah, we are ending exactly where I thought we were going to. Okay, cool. So yeah, 450 checks, which means that Articuno, let's see here, 400 is going to take it to 11 plus the 50 makes it 12. So Articuno is currently sitting at 1,210 checks, while Bulbasaur is at 11,200 checks. Delightful. I need to keep in mind that it's just whatever number Bulbasaur has, plus 10, and minus the 1, and plus whoever the number is at the beginning. I need to remember that, but oh well. But yeah, so I'll be wrapping up this 3-hour VOD. With utter disappointment and the fact that I haven't got my favorite bird yet, or the fact that, you know, the stupid plant still evades me. I'm targeting this Bulbasaur when I get into an impossible birder. That's the end of that. But anyway, so YouTube, I will be wrapping up with you here. The video after this one should be more Chrono Trigger, and then after Chrono Trigger will be another episode. This will be day 54 then. But with that, YouTube, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Yeah, so thank you all for coming. I will be the other two, and Memento Mori. Have a good one, YouTube.